Alright, another day, another video. This is week 5 here. Um, yeah, week 5, week 5 and week 6. This is the end of the second cycle. I put these clips together because I'm behind. And yeah, it was just easier to put them together and do one longer video here. So this will wrap up um, my second cycle of doing this little modified 531 program. Um, my main goal behind it was to go and push my top level strength a little bit. It had kind of been a while since I'd done that, and so I felt an urge to um, see where I could get, pushing the weight a little bit here and seeing where I'm at. So far, it's been kind of a couple interesting conclusions. First thing is that I think I'm pretty reasonably paced when it comes to my push press right now, so that's feeling pretty good. And my overhead press is coming back pretty nicely, also, so that's good. Deadlift feels like I'm definitely pushing the weight a little bit, and I can work when I adjust my program, either this upcoming cycle or the next one. I'll be in a good spot to increase the weight and do some more volume work. Yeah, so that's cool, and I'm excited about that. So far, yeah, everything's been feeling pretty good. Squat's been fine, just kind of steady. I'll probably increase the weight a little bit this next cycle, but not a huge priority for me. Just kind of keeping up with it. Um, One thing definitely have figured out, like I've said in other videos, is that this program just doesn't have as much volume as I'm looking for at this point. It's just kind of like taxing to always be pushing the maxes so much and not having as much volume. I feel like I don't get as much out of it, and I just get a lot more exhausted after a lot more accumulation of exhaustion after a couple cycles of it. So yeah, I think this will be a good time to either do one more round of it or switch it back up. As to what I'll do next, I will I'll probably go back to doing something where I do something like 4 sets of 8 or 4 sets of 6, somewhere in that range. Working roughly at like RP 8, or about 75% of my 1 rep max. That's always a really nice place, in my opinion, to be. I find that pretty comfortable, pretty easy to progress that, and I can kind of vary it up a little bit with the amount of reps and stuff like that. So that feels pretty nice. That was something I think I picked that up from Barbell Medicine, actually. They were basically describing in a video I watched a while ago that they essentially train. They essentially suggested beginners train using a style like strong lifts, 5x5, or starting strength style program. With the thinking being is that if you're untrained or if you've been out of the gym for a while, you'll have a lot of growth, and there's no need to really be too cautious in terms of recovery and stuff like that. And then eventually, once you get out of making progress in those, it's a good time to switch it up to it's kind of open ended. They're suggesting that you can go. They generally say work in the range of RP 8 roughly, most of the time, or 70 to 80% of your 1 rep max, and keep progressing that, and you can kind of do a lot of different styles from there. That's really their kind of like ballpark suggestion. Obviously, that's a little general, so you have to kind of be a little more specific. So stuff I'd like to start throwing in, I think I'd like to start throwing in a couple of things. Well, first thing I'd like to start doing more of a farmer's walk style. Um, I used to do that a little bit. I don't have a great implement for it though. I used to use just heavy dumbbells, which are okay, but they don't really simulate how a farmer's walk feels, or at least how I think it feels. Um, so I'm thinking maybe I'd do an open trap bar or something like that um, at some point. I think that'd be really nice. I'd also love to throw in a sandbag or two. Um, I think those would be really nice to add in. Just to add in some more, just kind of more interesting dynamic work. Something that taxes um, a little more cardio related stuff. Not super steady state cardio or anything, but just something that's a little less than or a little more than just static strength testing purely. I kind of like having that variety in there. And now that it's starting to warm up finally, it makes it a lot easier. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to program in yet. Those are just a couple ideas I had. Um, I think one of my goals, loosely here, is going to be I'd like to hit a 315 three plate bench. That would be nice. If I can do that, I'd feel pretty content with how my bench press has come along. It'd be cool to add more weight to it for sure, but 315 feels like a really good solid bench press for me. And it would be nice to keep it in as an additional pressing movement, especially to um, not always be doing overhead pressing. Um, so yeah, especially like an incline, maybe I'll switch back to using that a little more too to balance it out. But yeah, a little snow here. A random snowy day in April, which was surprising. And today it's 65 or like 15-ish Celsius for those of you who don't work in the freedom units. Yeah, so that would be really nice to keep that in. Deadlift, obviously, I'll keep going on. I think my plan for that is to I'll probably go down to I don't know something more like 305 or maybe even 315 for more working weights. At one point, maybe a year or so ago, one of the things I was doing for my program was I was doing a top set that like an opening set that was kind of heavy, like 85% of my max, and that felt pretty good. I would do that, and then I'd go down to like 3 or 4 working sets at 75%. That kind of gave me the taste of like what that heavy weight felt like, um, without losing it completely, but then let me actually get a lot more volume work in after that. I kind of liked that. I might actually go back to that. And that would be a good place to probably work on my deadlift. I could probably do some work where I have the straps for really heavy pulls, and then for some of the lighter stuff, take the straps off and work on that grip strength some more. So, so yeah, I think I'll do that. I might. I'll probably keep my squat where it is. I'm not too excited about that. Um, Definitely having the safety squat bar is nice. So yeah, little song break right now. Yeah, that's a lot of what I'm doing in between these cuts. So enjoy that in your head. One little note here is this last week I decided to just do these barbell rows where it's a little more floating. I'm not really pulling from the floor. Um, I kind of liked it. I'm using a little bit of my upper body to get a little more momentum, but I also just felt it more in my upper back, which is what I was hoping for. So I switched that up from the Pendlay rows. Yeah, here's the top set of bench press. 275 for 5. Yeah, this was my 1 rep max maybe 2 years ago or so, two or three, when I was actually training bench. So yeah, throwing 5, but I think I had maybe one more in there. Maybe was really good. I felt so good I jumped up to 295 or 125 kilos. So or sorry, a little over 125 kilos. But yeah, I got that for a double. So that was really nice. That's yeah, 20 pounds over my previous max. So I think that 315 bench um, is definitely a possibility here. Definitely need to put in a little more volume work at some higher weights. I think I'll probably do, I don't know, 255 pounds. Whatever, that'd be like 110 kilos, something like that. Do some volume work there. That'll be nice. And then here just got squats. Nothing heavy. I think it's super light at this point. Just kind of doing, just trying to get some volume in, get some work on the quads. I think I'm finally adjusting to having the lifters now, um, so I don't feel like my quads are going to explode now. When I didn't have them, I was just doing it barefooted, and yeah, those were a lot different feeling than with the lifters on. But yeah, I think I go up to 225. The bar weighs like 65 pounds. It's a little different than a standard barbell. Um, yeah, but yeah, and I did a set of 10, a set of 8, and set of 7, I think 6 plus. So I threw in 7. I keep these kind of loose, just kind of do them for fun. Um, yeah, and then once I got through that, I did my push pressing and um, box jumps like usual. Yeah, I did some box squats. Sorry, box squats, box jumps, and dumbbell push press. I did the dumbbell push press for 105, 2 singles, which was really nice. The right arm felt great and had no problem doing it. My left arm, I just I couldn't get the balance right. So, um, unfortunately, I didn't get footage of that, which is why I'm talking about it separately. So that's a bummer, but I will try and fix that for next time and make sure I get better footage. So, yeah, anyway, that's pretty much, I think, all I've got for this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.